board so that I can catch the other parents that weren't able to attend, okay? All right, so I got you and I got the wheels. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because I know you guys have taken this time off of work and so I really appreciate it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen with you. I may or may not be able to see any comments or anything, but I can hear you, if you got a question or something like that, just throw it out there to me. And then once I'm done, I'm actually going to run to the back and let the teachers come up so you guys can do a quick introduction and get to know each other a little bit better rather than wait until the first day. Okay, all right, let me share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. Oh, I can see you. All right. So welcome to the 2022-2023 parent orientation. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are excited too. It's kind of been kind of sad lately. The kids are getting ready to leave us and go to the new classrooms, and it's very hard. So a few things we're going to talk about. Jill, I know you're very familiar with a lot of this already. Rachel, nothing's too much changed aside from we got some COVID things going on, so a lot of the things are kind of different. Rachel, both of her boys went here years ago, so now we're getting her twins, which is really exciting. So drop off procedures have not changed. I think you'll still keep your same QR, your 4-digit code. That won't change. What else? Make sure the kids have on a mask. If you don't have any, we will have extras here. Pickup procedures haven't changed either. I'm sorry, I thought somebody else was popping in here. But yeah, you use your same codes for drop off, pick up. Make sure you complete the health screening. That's really important. And as what did they tell me? To remind you guys that as far as drop off goes, please let us know if you guys are running late. It could be a Brightwheel message, it could be a phone call, an email, anything like that. We're kind of really adhere to the 9 o'clock drop off because our curriculum starts promptly at 9. So if the children are not here by then, we worry that they'll miss, the vital parts of the morning group time. Aside from if they have doctor's appointments, there's nothing we can do about that. Just let us know. Same with pickup procedures. Sometimes parents miscommunicate with your significant other, and kids are getting a little left behind, and we get worried. You might be stuck in traffic or stuck on a important phone call or something like that. But definitely give us an update. Let us know if you're running late. If your child is not going to be here, please let us know. If you don't, then Miss Tiffany will have to call you every single time that your child is not here. So just send a Brightwheel, hey, we're having a home day today, or anything like that. Just give us a message. Otherwise, Miss Tiffany will be calling your phone to see where our little babies are at. Let's see, moving right along, getting there. Kind of just went over this. Breakfast does start at 8:30. It goes from 8:30 to 9. If you are stuck in traffic and it's getting close to that 9 o'clock and your child is very, very hungry, send us a message, let us know. We'll put something aside for them for when they get here. We can make sure they get something to eat. That way they won't have to wait all the way until morning snack. What else? This kind of went over, if we're not notified by 9 o'clock, if you're running late or anything like that, we kind of do have the right to turn you away at the door. A lot of times what happens right at 9 o'clock, that's when we start counting our numbers in the classroom. And then we have to take those numbers and give those numbers to the kitchen. And then that turn, the kitchen starts preparing the meals for the children throughout the day. So if that child, is not counted, in that count, then obviously her meal service is kind of thrown off. So that's why we said it's really important to let us know. Also let us know about vacation time, because there is a slip for you to fill out for that so that they can, adjust your tuition as needed for that. I think that's it for attendance and tardy.
What is the actual drop up time? I know you said by 9, but how early is drop off time?
Well, we open at 7.
7.
So
Okay.
when Miss Vic is on vacation this week, so when she comes back for you, Rachel, she will kind of give you like a time gap. Like I'm just gonna say for now, like your drop off time may be from 8:20 to 8:30, or whatever time that fits you. You'll let Miss Vicky know, and she'll give you like a little drop off time. I would say we're just trying to like not have a whole group of parents on the stairs all at once. So we're just trying to stagger them in slowly but surely. Doesn't always work, but it has been kind of working for us where we're not just, having a whole bunch of parents at drop off. They're kind of coming in a little staggered. Not every parent starts working at 7 o'clock. So obviously we don't get a whole lot of parents at drop off at 7.
And similarly, what's the pickup time?
Same thing. We close at 5. So whatever time you want to come, but before 5 o'clock, that's up to you. If you feel like you're rushing, you got to get somewhere, send us a Brightwheel message and we'll get them ready and have them upstairs by the door for you. That I know has been working quite a bit for the staff, just giving us a heads up. Hey, I'll be there in 5 or 10 minutes. Can you get them ready? Other parents will wait till they get to the door and ring the bell and let us know. That's an option too. Pickup times is not staggered. It's, whatever time that you choose to come pick them up.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Clothing and shoes. Nothing's really changed about that. Just make sure that they have at least I always say 3 pair of changing clothes, everything down to an extra pair of shoes and an extra sweatshirt or jacket, something like that, just in case it gets chilly in the classroom. You guys already know if they run out of clothes, we have plenty of extra here. We'll send you a Brightwheel message saying, hey, they need this, they need that, or, be prepared when you pick up. They'll have a bag, with soil clothes in it or anything like that. The kids, they'll still have cubbies back there. Sunshines actually have buckets, I believe, to put their, extra belongings in versus Honey Bears. We had bags. No, we had buckets too. So they'll have buckets for those back there. You guys know you don't have to bring any kind of nap materials. We have all of that stuff here for them. I know some of the teachers have let children bring in, I don't know what the little things are called. It's like an animal head that's on a blanket. I don't know what those things are called. It's like a little soother mini
lovey.
Yeah, I think it's a lovey. So we got a few kids here that have those just to help them throughout the day with when they're missing mommies and daddies and things like that, and especially nap. Some of the teachers will let them nap with it. So that might be a question for Miss Kira and Miss Latrice when they hop in.
Miss Tiffany, I actually did have a question about pickup. Is the best way, especially in the winter, like if we're coming to pick our kid up and we want them ready when we pick them up, is it best way to call or do a Brightwheel message?
Either one.
Either one will be okay. Okay.
Brightwheel is real time, so we'll get that pretty much instantly. Same as phone call, whichever one works best for you. Now, I will say a lot of parents may feel like when they come up to the door and they scan, your code for pickup or drop off, that we get an alert. We don't get an alert. So if you're at the door, you scan and you don't see a staff at the door, ring the bell. Ring the bell that let us know that somebody is at the door, because we do not get Brightwheel Brightwheel alerts when you guys are dropping off and picking up. All right, moving right along. Center ride policies, like I said, we're open from 7 to 5 every day. We are limited our traffic in the building. We have been talking about trying to see how we can get parents back in the building. We haven't quite figured out the best course of action to take yet, but we're definitely want you guys to get back in and interact with the teachers and see the classrooms and things like that. So we are talking about different ways we can maybe let you guys come in, maybe for drop off or maybe for pickup, something like that. But yeah, we're really missing you guys in the building. You guys know we're in constant communication with you. Like I said, Brightwheel is real time. So, like Jill this morning, I know Miss Carrie talked to you about Naveen. But I know Rachel, you haven't been here in a while, but if anything's going on with the twins, we send that message, you're going to get it right away. You can respond right away. We'll get it. The same thing like the pictures and the videos, you guys will get that instantly through Brightwheel. We're constantly, wiping down our materials and toys and washing and disinfecting and making the children wash their hands, and we're washing hands. If you happen to start noticing that your kids' hands are getting a little, ashy and rough or anything like that, let us know, because we do have lotion here. We have our Cetaphil lotion. I think we have some Aveeno lotion here, so we can kind of, protect their hands and their skin from getting too dry. Classroom policies. You guys know about teaching strategies. This, Jill, Rachel, nothing's really changed. We're still using teaching strategies to do our parent-teacher conferences, our lesson plans, things like that. The children materials and toys, nothing's really changed about that. They are, getting sanitized after every use. And we are incorporating a little bit more toys into the classroom. Now that, we're kind of, bringing a little bit more space in the classroom. We are asking parents not to send home toys to school unless it's a special event going on in the classroom. I don't know if Sunshines do like mystery bag or show and tell or something like that. But we're only asking, not to send toys unless, something's going on in the classroom. As far as outdoor play goes, we are still in cohorts. So the Sunshines will go out outside at their own time by themselves. Each classroom will have their own outside time by themselves. The teachers have been taking the children on walks in the neighborhood. We kind of just started that now that we're getting a little bit more comfortable. The first and foremost thing was keeping the children safe while they're out walking around. So we do have permits to Mills Park. So every now and then the teachers may take lunch or take a snack down there to Mills Park and, keep the kids there until lunchtime and come back. So that's like really fun. The meal service hasn't changed. Yes, the children still get breakfast, a morning snack, lunch, and a PM snack. They're pretty nutritional, the apples, the graham crackers, things like that. We have recently got a new cook. So everybody's pretty happy with Ms. LaDawn and all of her good things that she's putting out the kitchen. That's very wonderful. And we're almost toward the end.
Miss Tiffany, I just had a question about outdoor time. Yeah. I know it's been somewhat reduced because of these the pods. How much time are they spending outside?
For the most part, about 45 minutes. They try to push it close to an hour, but when that other classroom is getting ready to hit the playground, the other classroom has to go ahead and pack up and leave. So that's why I say a lot of the classrooms are taking their kids out on a walk so that they're outside longer. If they, are taking them out on a walk, technically they don't have to come back until lunchtime. So they'll leave the building at 9 o'clock, go have all their fun, and they should be heading back to us about 11. So that's another reason why we say, let us know if you guys are running late past 9 o'clock, because if the Sunshines are, going out on a walk and you don't call to let us know, then, we can't allow you to go find them and drop your child off. That's just in our policy that we can't allow that to happen.
Yeah. And what, because sometimes Naveen says that they didn't go outside and maybe because it was like too hot or too cold or something. Like, what is, I'll just say what's underlying some of my questions, I'm very pro outdoor play. I feel like getting them outside as much as possible is definitely, I know, for Naveen and for the kids.
we do have to factor in the heat index, and we
Yeah,
also have to factor in the wind chill in the wintertime.
sure.
So usually in the mornings are the best time for us to get the kids out before, probably before 10 o'clock is
Or
when
it gets too
that
hot. Yeah.
sun starts picking up. So a lot of times, because we're doing our summer program, the hours have changed for the children to go out. So for the honey bears, I'm not quite sure what time is their outside time. It might be 11 o'clock. And so by then it's too hot. So Miss Mary may open our side door that leads to Maple Street and have them kind of play around right there outside for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then we have to bring them back in. So a lot of times if he's saying that they didn't get to go out, it's probably because that heat got, up there before they got to go out. The teachers have asked other classrooms to switch times with them. I don't know if it always works, but that's been an option too. Some classes have switched their outside times. If a classroom is out on a walk, that gives another classroom here extra time out on the playground too. But I do know the teachers do try to take them out, whatever the weather is, as long as it's not pouring down rain, and they'll at least take them out 5, 10, 15 minutes just to get some kind of fresh air.
I guess along those lines, is there any thought that they're doing less of the pods now that like even District 97 is more integrated, that it's not so that it's not so limited from being outside or anything like that?
Well, if we decide not to do pods, it's, I guess, not as simple as it may sound. It changes a lot for us. It changes our hours. It changes how we're, manipulating the classrooms around. So if we decide not to do cohorts anymore, it changes a whole lot. And that's kind of what we've been kind of trying to decide on what we want to do, because we know some parents have been asked, can we stay open to 5:30, and that's kind of been talked about too. But again, that changes all of the COVID things about the day nursery, and we will have to go and revisit and kind of like, change our handbook, changes a lot. So
in terms of the fact that like some of the schools now, it's not the same procedures that it was when COVID initially started. So I was wondering if we're looking at like the district for any of that, or, even the public health department in Oak Park, because it's great that that's what was started in 2021, but, we're at a different point in COVID. So I guess that was my
right. Well, no. Well, we do work closely with the Oak Park Health Department. Miss Vicky or Miss Carrie, she meets with Dr. Chappell every week, who updates us on any kind of COVID news with the schools or the daycares, or in our county or anything like that. So it's rough because we're left with scratching our head as to what do we do. Another talk we've been talking about is, do we want to drop the mask? A lot of the kids are getting vaccinated now, and so we're trying to make a decision. Is that something that we want to do moving forward? So all of this, believe me, Rachel, we've been talking about it and trying to figure out how to move forward the best way possible. I know the latest talk was, if the children are vaccinated, we will need a copy of their vaccination card if they're fully vaccinated, so that if a child in that classroom gets COVID, then the child is vaccinated could possibly stay as long as they're not exhibiting any symptoms or anything like that, versus before we would shut down a whole classroom and the kids would have to test to come back. So I think we're going to start embedding that for the new school year, and hope all things go well with that. So I guess we're kind of pushing, the parents to get the children vaccinated. It's totally up to you guys, but I guess what we're feeling is the more children that we have vaxxed, the more we can maybe, lax our like mask guidelines and maybe get them out of cohorts.
Okay. Even though it doesn't prevent getting COVID.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. So that nothing set on that yet.
Not just yet. A lot of any like the newest updated COVID news will be in your handbook. Actually, it was just putting those together yesterday. And just keep in mind, because like I said, Ms. Vicky, Ms. Carey meets with Dr. Chapel every week. So there is subject to change. Like they can start on the 29th and then the following week, boom, Dr. Chapel has more news about the daycares and COVID. And we do our best to make sure you guys are in the know. We'll send you a Brightwheel, an email. If I catch you at the door, I'll talk to you at the door. I might pick up the phone and give you the latest update. But things are hopefully for us are moving, on an up and up. And hopefully, after the school year starts, we can start, thinking about making things a little bit more normal for everybody. Because I think we're all just like, kind of done with this COVID thing.
I guess along those lines with the vaccination, is it required that all the staff is vaccinated?
No,
It's not. Okay.
no. I think that's totally up to the staff. If they do or they don't. Obviously, there's guidelines in place, for that. But it's not a requirement. And then lastly, I believe it's just like our emergency procedures, you guys kind of know if we have to close, and it's usually more weather related now that we're kind of getting out of the old COVID regulations. So, you'll get a Brightwheel message, an email, a phone call, any kind of way we could think of getting in contact with you. We'll leave messages in hopes that, you guys will just let us know that you received it. Always say check with District 97 for weather. Is more District 97 for more of the weather related closings. So a lot of parents think we follow District 97's complete calendar, and we don't. Like we don't close, for in-service day or things like that. It's more weather related or COVID related. Okay. And then COVID news, like I said, the latest would be in your handbook. So you'll probably be getting that handbook like on the first day, on the 29th, and then you'll sign off on it to let us know that you received the handbook. And I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to read through it and get back to me with any kind of questions or concerns, something you don't understand or anything like that, because we did update it quite a bit from the previous year so that we can incorporate all of the COVID language and things that we're going to be doing around that. We are thinking about field trips too. We're just not quite sure on which direction to take in that's kind of falling in my hands. So I guess once the new school year starts, I may be sending out some surveys to the parents, just asking you guys for your input. How would you feel, about the kids going, on a school bus and going out somewhere and things like that. So be looking for an email or a survey from me from that so that we can try to make the best of this school year experience for these kids, because we, kind of been cooped up in here. And Rachel, we're so used to getting out there and going to explore, the city of Chicago and suburbs and things like that. So if you guys know of a good place, for the kids to go, that's safe and, we can practice a little social distance, let me know. And I'll definitely look into that. And hopefully we can make something happen with that. I'm all done, so I'm going to open it up if you guys have any questions for me. And then if not, I'll run to the back and let the teachers come up so you guys can stop sharing our page here. There we go. All right, do you guys have any questions for me or anything?
I guess my question, sorry, there's vacuuming in the background here. And it sounds like there's still like a lot of discussion around like the COVID stuff. And I know there's a survey out. It just seems to me now that vaccines are available for kids under 5, like we should be entering into a new phase. Like there should be like just like a new, really clear new protocol that gets us more back to normal. Because we've got to kind of move forward. And I've seen
All
us
right.
kind of stick in this 2020 space, which I know, like, I totally appreciate all the precautions that y'all have put into place to keep everyone safe.
Mhm.
You know, but I would even, like, regardless of, people have the choice to get vaccinated, but it is available. And so, I don't know, I'm just kind of like very pro kind of moving us forward in a way where our kids can be outside and playing, and even, having the option to take off their masks so they can get those verbal and social cues that they've been missing for the past 2 years. So just thinking about, like, not only COVID, but also just like child development and social
Right.
emotional,
I know. I know.
the
I
whole
get
thing,
Yeah.
I
Uh,
completely agree with you, Jill, in terms of the rest of the world is moving towards that, right? You don't have to wear a mask on an airplane. You don't, so it's sort of like, why are our kids still, especially at a very developmental age, stuck in 2020?
Right.
And I
Yeah.
get it. I get it, but that's why I asked about, are you looking at District 97? Because they were very, very, very strict, and they've moved away from a lot of that. So it's just sort of looking to see what's been done in the community and how that has affected development.
I
And
totally
so-
get you. I totally get you. With me being an educator as well, my daughter, she's 9, getting ready for 4th grade, and socially, emotionally, it has taken its toll on her, so, being here with these guys every day, I can see, the struggles that they have, like with the mask. There's times where I'll see a kid's face and I'll just be like, who are you? Because I'm only used to seeing like their eyes. And, it just reminds me of what the teachers are missing out on too, is like you said, Jill, it's just that overall sense of, social emotional development, looking at those facial cues and hearing our words being pronunciated, the right way and things. So I totally agree with both of you. I took down your concerns, and I will bring that up to the other staff, as well as Miss Vicky and Miss Carrie, so that we can add that to our discussions about COVID, and, hopefully, in the near future, we can, have some kind of reprieve from this, because, I feel both of you, these kids need to, be back to normal, and, moving forward, I think we're kind of getting there. It's just, we all act as a whole. So, we just all want to make the right decision all together, and hope for the, keep everybody safe, happy and healthy moving forward. So if you're done with me, let me give the Sunshine Room a quick call to see if the teachers are ready, and then we'll switch out. And then before you go, I'll come and say goodbye. Okay. All right, give me a second. Miss Kara? Miss Kara? Give me 1 second, ladies. I'm going to run to the back and switch with the ladies and let them come up, and I'll come and say bye in 1 second, okay? All right.
Okay.
Good morning. Woo. How are you two this morning?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well.
Hello.
Rachel. Was waddling down the hallway. Come on, lady. We're supposed to have one more mom, but unfortunately she could not make it today.
All good. Nice to see you both.
Hi. So of course, this is Miss Latrice. I'm Miss Kira. I have been here 12 years. How long?
I have been here 8.
So as you know, we are the Sunshine Teachers. We were the Sunshine Teachers when David was in our classroom. So I'm just going to touch on a few things that I'm going to get out of your hair and let you enjoy the rest of your day. So the certain things I'm going to talk about are communication, expectations, classroom, and yeah. So as far as communication, we have Brightwheel, email, or phone. So Brightwheel, everyone plus like Ms. Latrice and myself plus the administration staff can see your messages. So if there's a private conversation that you would like to have with Ms. Latrice or myself, I ask that you either email me or call. I am available from 12:30 to 1:30. And then Ms. Latrice is available from 1:30 to 2:30. So if something happened or what have you, or just want a little bit more clarification of something, please do not hesitate to, like I said, those 3 things, Brightwheel, email, phone. When it comes to Brightwheel, I know that you guys want to know like how your child's day is going. I'm not necessarily going to every day saying, Naveen had a really good day. The way that I'm showing you that your child is having a wonderful day and there's nothing for you to worry about are the photos throughout the day. So if there's something like really that I have a concern about or that I really feel like that you need to know, I will Brightwheel you. Or if there is something like an accident happened or something like that, or if they hit their head or something, then you will get a phone call. But if you don't really get a message, just assume your child is having a wonderful day. And the pictures are showing that. All righty. So the expectations in the classroom. Of course, they're to be able to feed themselves. If they have an accident, they are able to change themselves. Miss Latrice and myself are not necessarily going to do for them. We may assist, or we will talk them through the process. And if they're getting a little frustrated with whatever, whether it's trying to get their winter gear on, or if they have an accident, and it doesn't even have to be an IP accident, we play in water, they get things on their clothes. If they should be able to do that on their own. We are here to assist. By the time they leave our classroom is a well-oiled machine. They are very independent. And that is what Ms. Latrice and I promote in our classroom. Independence. We do not do for, we show you how to do it if you need our assistance, but you are expected to be able to do it. All righty. Sounds reasonable? Far as classroom curriculum, we work on manners and redirection. You know, we are like a play-based, but Ms. Latrice and I are there to navigate, to build. We have different themes every month. I will send a message out. It's every other Monday. So the first Monday will let you know what the theme is, what number we're on, what color, what shape. So that will be for 2 weeks. So if we did alphabets, that will be for 2 weeks. And then you will get a message from me that bi-weekly to let you know what we've moved on to. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yep, makes sense.
Also, in March, we have a solar system project. Rachel, was David in my classroom for that?
Yep, he did
Oh.
Saturn.
Okay.
Saturn,
So-
as he called it.
So there is a solar system. Please do not freak out about it. I will, when it gets closer to the date, I will send out a message indicating you guys can be as creative as possible. We just cannot have any balloons. So anything else, no balloons. So nap, I know sometimes nap can be a thing for parents. You know, sometimes you're like, if he sleeps at school, it's hard for me to get them together at night. And I truly understand that. So what I do is I don't put the sleep indicator unless your child is asleep. So if you see it, that is the time that your child fell asleep. Now we wake them all up at 2:30. So regardless if they slept to 2:30 or not, that is the time that you will see that they have awakened. So we wake everybody up. So of course they all fall asleep at different times and they all wake up at different times, but 2:30, that's when the lights come on. All righty. So do you guys have any questions? Go ahead, Jill.
I don't have any questions right now. I do have some like questions about like, you know, I'm very like pro play based and all that, but I do wonder at like what point should Naveen start to be knowing his letters and the sounds of his letters and like numbers,
So
that sort of thing.
So let me tell you how this goes in the Sunshine Room. So as you know, we do TSG, and TSG breaks the children up into different categories. So what I do when the children first come into the classroom, I do an assessment to see where they are.
Mhm.
So, and like I tell parents, just because I don't have it, let's say something, they don't know the letter Y, or they do know the letter Y, but they're not telling me they know the letter Y, but you're at home like, they know this. I cannot mark it down unless they show me.
Mhm.
So I'm going to tell you that now. You know, the progress report, I'm not sure how the Honey Bear progress report looks, but ours has like meeting expectations, exceeding, progressing. So you will see that on the progress report, and we will have that conversation during parent teacher conference. And if depending on where your child is, I will tell you the next steps of what the child should be doing and what you need to be doing at home. That is why I make sure that you guys know what letter that we're on, so that you can work on that letter and that sound, and being able to identify some words that start with that particular letter. When we do group time, we have the board split up where it has the letter sound, the letter, and then I show them a clip of various items that start with that particular letter. And if they remember whatever words they remember, I write those down on the board. And for 2 weeks, those are our words. And we focus on that, what they've given. And we build off of that throughout our curriculum, through play, or what have you.
That's
Does
super helpful. Yeah, that's really
Okay.
helpful.
I just want to
Thank
make
you.
sure I wasn't babbling and that it was.
No, that's helpful. And I love that, like doing an initial assessment and then, yeah, but I love to be in the loop every step of the way on that stuff. So, just appreciate
trust.
it. Yeah. And I know you'll keep me in the loop.
Oh.
It's
Maybe
funny
so.
just having two different kids, because my oldest was in a totally different spot than Naveen is now. And I always just want to know
What's going
on.
And no problem. That is why we are here. We are going to follow suit as what you need for us. One hand washes the other. So like I said, just let me know if you have concerns, like Miss Kira, such and such and such. Mr. Trees, we have no problems making sure that we're all on the same page. All righty. Dean Ratchell.
No, that's all good. I remember exactly what you said when they said, well, if they don't tell me, because it was like, well, because David was very shy, and one of the twins is much more shy. Jamie is more shy. So I have a feeling she's got to be like that too. Like she knows it, but she won't tell you.
Well,
So yeah, I
yeah.
remember that well.
And in our, I'm hoping to lure them in because I have a puzzle that has the class that David was in. And when you put the pictures together, it shows their individual pictures that they took, their professional pictures. So I'm hoping to lure the twins in with the photo of their brother.
Yeah, I love that. And and we could talk about this, but they're at first we were concerned, oh, should they be in different classrooms? But we've talked to their daycare lady now, and she said, they play with their kids. They are not, they're bonded, but they will go and do their own thing. So I'm not worried about that from the standpoint of they're in the same class. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably gonna get split up after us.
After you. Yeah. We'll see. It is what it is, right? And so I know they were.
And I understand because I have twins in my classroom right now.
Yeah.
And like you said, that bond is there, but they're individual people. Mm-hmm. So, I would like to see them thrive outside of each other and play with other children. You guys have been in the womb together. Let's do some other things with other people.
Right. That's been their experience because they're in the same room at a home daycare, but there'll be times when they don't even recognize the fact that the other one's in the same room. So it's good. Okay. Excited about that.
So ladies, please make sure that you label all of their clothing. And please make sure that they have extra clothing. I will let you know via Brightwheel if they need the extra clothing. If I send you a message, you'll see the accident or however it goes. And we will indicate if they need clothes or not. If you just kind of feel uneasy and like maybe I should send some more, please do so. All righty. So I'm here from 7 to 4 and Miss Latrice is here from 8 to 5. So like I told you, our availability. But that is all I really wanted to talk about. As the year progresses and we get to know the children or what have you, I will reach out more if there's anything that I have questions or concerns about, or even if you guys have those questions or concerns. I just wanted to touch base on the classroom curriculum, the expectations, and the form of communication so that we can have that established before the children start on the 29th. Okay, I don't want to bombard you with a lot right now. All right.
Makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. So any more questions, concerns? Rachel, I still have not received a family photo from you.
Yep, I'll send. We just took a couple that are very recent on vacation, so I'll send a couple of those.
Okay, well, I will be looking forward to receiving those.
Okay.
All right, ladies. So we're going to turn you back over to Miss Latrice. Miss Tiffany. So again, before class starts on the 29th, if you have any questions or concern right now, you can email me. You guys have my email address, or if you want to call, that's fine as well. But Brightwheel is not a thing right now for your children. Well, yours, yes, and Honey Bear, but
yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
All right, ladies. So it has been a pleasure. And I'm going to go get Miss Tiffany, and I will, hopefully I'll see you on the 29th.
Hopefully, yeah.
We'll try to be at the front door.
Perfect.
So that, and I'm going to try to be at the front door. I know, especially, this is a new environment for your children, Rachel. So,
yep.
And the van is fine.
Okay. He'll adjust.
Yes. All right, ladies. I'm
All
done
right,
talking. I'm done
bye.
babbling. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Oh, another thing. Well, as you can see, Miss Latrice is nice and so she is going on maternity leave in October. So I'm
Okay.
sure that we'll have a plan in place, and if there's anything you guys need to know, we will inform you.
Okay. Congratulations, Miss
Congrats.
Latrice. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, ladies. Whew. All right. I appreciate you guys making the time out to do this orientation with me. I know it's, midday, and I kind of pulled you away from your work. So I really, really appreciate it. I am always here for you if you have any other questions or concerns that may come up after this. So, shoot me a bright wheel or email me, call me, let me know. But yep, you have completed your orientation, so I can check you off the list, and you guys are good to go. Rachel, I think the only thing that we may be missing is the physicals. Do we have a date for the physical for the girls?
Yeah, they did it. I'll send it. I'll send their medical form.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All right, and then that's it. So you guys enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. And I'll
Thanks,
see
Miss Tiffany. Nice to meet you, Rachel.
Nice to meet you.
guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.